Fire Prevention Week 2012 started officially yesterday, which was Sunday, with a theme, Have Two Ways Out, Be Rabbit Ready. So during this week, over the course of the week, the fire department is participating in a number of events with our community and with partners in our community. Starting today, we'll be out at Ortiz Elementary School with our new mobile prevention unit, which the mayor will talk about here in just a few moments. That occurs from 9 o'clock till noon, and they are teaching the kindergartners and the first graders about fire prevention safety. This afternoon, starting at 4:30 South YMCA, there'll be a number of fire department units out there, including our heavy rescue team, our hazmat team, obviously a number of fire prevention activities as well, and that's 7:30 tonight. Tomorrow is one of our biggest days. It's the 5th grade fire prevention zoo adventure out at the zoo. Obviously, that begins at 9 o'clock and goes until 1. And again, a number of activities are scheduled, demonstrations on our rescue team and our hazmat team, extrication. Our K9 will be out there, as well as the mobile prevention unit. And I would also point out that there are a number of agencies that come together to make that happen, including Central County Fire District 1, EMS, Safe Kids, Hutchinson Community College, Hutchinson Fire Department, Winfield Fire Department, McConnell Fire Department, and of course the Sedgwick County Zoo is a big part of that as well. On Wednesday, starting at 10 o'clock, we'll be out at the North Branch YMCA up on North Woodlawn. And again, it's fire prevention activities and a number of other activities, including the Highway Patrol and their safety vehicle that teaches about the importance of seat belts, the heavy rescue team, the hazmat team, and other programs will be out there as well. On Thursday, we're conducting a senior program at Linwood Park and Recreation Center that begins at 11:30. And again, that program is going to focus on the seniors in our community and talk about the dangers of fire, slip and fall injuries, blood pressure screenings, our File of Life program, which is a program where they can fill out health insurance information and have that hanging on their refrigerator. In the event that they're involved in a medical emergency, fire and EMS crews can find that information and have that information available in the event that they're incapacitated and cannot talk about it. Also on Thursday, we are conducting a number of fire drills in schools here in the Wichita area. They're unannounced fire drills, so they don't know that we're coming. The students don't know that we're coming, and we're going to test their preparedness and their readiness. As you probably know, schools are required to have fire drills over the course of the school year, and we're going to make sure that they're doing the things that they're supposed to be doing. On Friday, we're kicking off a new program for the fire department. It's a flash program, Fire Loss Awareness for Safer Homes, that concentrates on folks who live in apartments, in apartment complexes. It's going to be a program that we're going to engage the residents and the apartment managers in. We'll have more to say about that later on in the week, but we're going to kick that program off at 9 o'clock Friday morning, and that will last all day. We'll have some more information for you on that come Thursday. I know I said a lot. Are there any questions over some of those things that?
How many schools do you go through? I mean, not all of them.
No. Right now we have 4 scheduled. It does take time, as you can imagine, to evacuate a school and to get everybody back in, and then to evaluate how things went with the principal and the staff and stuff. So I think we're pretty confident we can get 4 done in a day.
Like a range, elementary, middle school?
Yeah, there's a range from elementary to high school. We're going to hit 1 of each and then a bonus for somebody else.
Good morning. I'm Ron Blackwell, Fire Chief for the city, and it's my pleasure to introduce our mayor, who will speak to you about Fire Prevention Week and a very exciting project that we'll be launching today. Mayor Brewer.
Thank you, Chief Blackwell. Over the past 30 years, we have witnessed great progress in fire and life and safety services for the citizens of Wichita. Our fire department and other local safety advocates have helped to reduce fire inquiries and fatalities in our city. But this fight is far from over. The city of Wichita has experienced 29 fire fatalities in the last 5 years. In 2011 alone, 6 senior citizens and 1 child died in home fires. Every person who died in a fire last year died in a single-family dwelling. Our data shows that 22.3% of Wichita population are children under the age of 14, and seniors population is 15.8% and growing. The Wichita Fire Department's call volumes increase every year in neighborhoods where these students reside and in the older neighborhoods with aging seniors. To battle these statistics, the Wichita Fire Department will focus on the positive spotlight of prevention and education by introducing a new mobile prevention experience unit. The Mobile Prevention Experience Unit is a state-of-the-art 40-foot mobile trailer designed to help in teaching fire and severe weather safety. The Mobile Prevention Experience Unit also has a residential fire sprinkler room where an actual fire can be started and you can witness firsthand the effectiveness of the sprinkler systems. The department has included Spanish in the geographic design, and will provide Spanish-speaking firefighters to teach them there is a need. Throughout grant funding and a private donation, the Mobile Prevention Experience Unit will be made available at no charge to the residents of Wichita. Fire is everyone's fight, and we're confident that our Mobile Prevention Experience Unit will help to achieve that. I ask that you please join us immediately following the press briefing at Ortiz Elementary at 3361 North Arkansas for the unveiling of the Mobile Prevention Experience Unit. I ask that you please join us and be with us as we go immediately over to that location. Thank you. Chief?
We'll stand for questions if there are any.
How much does this cost?
The Mobile Experience Unit came through us through grants and private donations at a cost of almost $90,000.
How important is this to be able to have this in your disposal now that you got it?
We believe it's extremely important. As the mayor alluded to, there have been a number of fatal fires over the course of the past few years that we think were preventable. We're hopeful that through the mobile experience and, of course, our people getting out on a daily basis visiting with schools and businesses and other groups about the importance of fire prevention, that we can somehow impact the number of people who die by fire here in Wichita.
You had 7 fire deaths in 2011? And 1 child?
There were 8. There were 6 seniors, 1 child, and then 1 middle-aged person.
Those 7 were all single family?
They were all in single families, yes.
Not the middle-aged person, so 7 died in a single family unit.
Right. Well, all 8.
All 8 did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. People in Wichita, when there is a fire fatality, for the most part, and I think history would bear this out, our fatality fires tend to happen where people live, and that is most often at home.
And how are you going to use this unit?
We will use it to get out and get before large groups of people. You know, the fire marshal had earlier talked about plans this week to be at the zoo and at other venues to demonstrate what can take place during a fire and also share information about how fires can be prevented.
That's when it's going to be at the zoo.
We'll be at the zoo tomorrow.
How has fire prevention things like this changed in the last 20, 30 years?
We've seen over the years a change. The audio visuals for a number of years was the strength of our prevention programs. We've attempted to do some things to provide hands-on opportunities for people related to extinguishing fires or how to use a fire extinguisher. What we'll see with the mobile prevention unit is state-of-the-art technology that will allow us to set a fire and demonstrate a fire at a location And then there are also other elements inside the venue that should be helpful in getting that message out.
Well, can people actually be inside the unit when you set a fire, and then you teach them how to get out, or?
Yeah, there will be some things that we can use with artificial smoke that would be helpful in teaching people how to escape. But in addition to that, one of the things that we see is very exciting is the opportunity to set a fire in the trailer and have that fire extinguished, demonstrating the effectiveness of residential sprinklers.
So people aren't in the trailer when this goes on. Can they view it from the outside? Or?
They'll be watching from the outside, yes.
Okay.
I think this is something that's very important to our community. When we start looking at what's going on with our schools, they're continuously teaching children what to do and how to respond with fire, but our firefighters are continuously working with neighborhoods, communities, National Night Out, putting smoke alarms in, doing all of these other different preventive measures. And this is just an additional preventive measure, because probably the best education is the one that you can experience. And by allowing children, allowing senior citizens, allowing citizens in general to be able to go through the motions and physically have to go through and do the things that are necessary to prevent their type of death, or in the event that they have a fire in their home. I mean, what better experience can you get, and what better training tool can you get? And the firefighters, who are the experts in these particular fields, will be there and be available to be able to coach them through the entire process. So when your child, my grandchildren, or my family, or my grandmother, or whoever the case may be, find themselves in one of those situations, and it can happen to anyone at any point in time, in any unexpected point in time, they know what to do, because they'll be able to go back and reenact through memory what the firefighters have taught them and what they've experienced going through this mobile training center. So this type of investment is definitely a good partnership for children, for the communities, and being able to educate everyone on fire safety. And it makes these guys, their jobs a lot easier as firefighters, because not only when there's a death that's involved, it takes a toll on the family, and it takes a toll on the firefighters in this community. And so anything we can do to prevent those types of things happening, it's important that we make that investment, and we go out and we try to get the message out. So I think that these guys will be out there on a regular basis, out in the community, at the schools, at the high schools, elementary schools, and at senior centers, working with those individuals and teaching them how to be able to address those issues.
Chief, you said, you may have said this already, but there was some private donations. How much of a cost was there to the city?
There was no cost?
Yeah, no cost to the city. And
Okay.
I'll give the chief the info and he can repeat it.
Okay.
There's no cost to the city. It was an 80-20 grant match, so 80% came from the grant, 20% came from a private donation.
Okay.